In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear strut assembly on this Honda Accord. This will be located inside of your rear wheel well. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing you want to do is safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've done that, continue on to removing all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts and then the wheel. Now with the wheel out of the way, we have a clear view of our rear strut assembly. To start removing this, we'll make our way right along the front side here and disconnect our rear sway bar link from its bracket. To remove the sway bar link, we'll be using a 3/16 Allen head to hold the stud and a 14mm to remove the nut. Remove your nut, quick inspection, set it aside. Now we can remove the sway bar link from the bracket. Now with that sway bar link set aside, along the back side of the knuckle, you'll find a 17mm headed bolt that comes through from the rear of the knuckle, through the rear strut, and then out towards the front. Let's loosen that bolt. Let's give it a quick inspection. Slide it into place temporarily. Now we'll make our way inside of the passenger compartment. In the passenger compartment, we're going to remove the lower aspect of the rear seat. Along the center area right here, there should be a small tab underneath. We can take hold of that and gently start lifting this up. As for the passenger side, you want to make your way to where the seat buckles are. Inside this area, you'll find a small 10mm headed bolt. Go ahead and remove that. A quick inspection of the bolt will set it aside. You can slide this out of here. Over towards the side, we'll find a 10mm headed bolt. Let's remove this. Once you have the bolt out of there, we're going to lower the back half of the seat. We'll come right up in here with our key, turn that clockwise to unlock this. Now we can start lifting up on the side bulkhead here, press in along the top, and gently lift this up. Let's remove this. Do the exact same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Once you've done so, continue with your trim tool. You'll find along each side, you should have a plastic push clip that goes straight down. So we have to pry this up. Make our way under here and gently pry that up. Now we'll do the same on the other side. Now we can remove the panel and set it aside. With that out of the way, it exposes the 2 nuts up along the top here. You do not want to touch the center nut. Use a 14mm. We'll remove these. Leave that on a thread. Back in the wheel well, it's time to make our way back to our lower strut bolt. Hold on to the strut, remove the bolt. Now that we've done that, let's separate the lower aspect of the strut from the knuckle. You might have to use a small pry bar for this. Make our way right in here, gently pry it up. Now we can get this out of here. While doing this, you may have to pry down on that suspension. There it is, friends. All right, let's get ready to install our brand new rear strut. Let's bring this in here to come down at an angle. Swing this into the proper positioning. Once you've done so, continue on by prying down on the rear suspension so you can put in the lower mounting bolt. Now we'll bring this in so it's close to being bottomed out. We don't want to have it snug yet though. The next thing we need to do is bring the rear suspension into the original ride height position. This can be done using a floor jack under this area. We'll just gently start lifting this up. After that, we can tighten this bolt and then torque it to 43 foot-pounds. Let's make our way into the passenger compartment. Start on each one of these mounting nuts. Snug them up and torque them to 37 foot-pounds. Let's remove the support from under the knuckle. Reinstall your sway bar link. Let's get this in position. Now we'll start on our mounting nut. To continue tightening this, we'll be holding the center of the shaft with that 3/16 Allen head socket and tighten the nut. Torque that to 29 foot-pounds. We'll continue on by reinstalling our wheel. Start on all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts, bottom them out. We'll get the wheel back on the ground, and then we can torque them to 80 foot-pounds. With the wheel safely on the ground, torque these lug nuts in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Now, when you do your rear struts, it's a good idea to replace them as a pair. So go ahead and go over to the other side of the vehicle, replace that strut as well. Once you've done that, we can make our way into the passenger compartment. Inside the passenger compartment, let's continue on with reinstalling our trim panel. Along each side of it, you should have a small hook that will make its way into this groove. Aside from that, you will also have a push clip that makes its way straight down and in. Press that in, make our way across. Now we can put in our side pieces as well. Make sure that you have your seatbelt in the proper position so it doesn't get stuck behind there. We'll bring it in and slide it down. Now we can put in our lower mounting bolt. Do the same on the other side of the vehicle. Once both side pieces are in, let's fold up the rear seat. Now we can put in the lower part of the seat. As you do so, it's important to make sure that you bring each one of your seat buckles up into the proper position. They should come inside of the slots. You'll have 2 on the driver's side, 1 over on the passenger side. Swing this in here. Let's continue on with our 10mm headed bolt that's in this area. Now to get this bolt in here, you will have to push down on the cushion and lift up on the rear seat to get it aligned. We'll get the bolt right on our socket with an extension. Start this in by hand so you're sure you're not cross-threading it. Now let's latch in the front of the seat. There we are. Double check to make sure that's nice and tight. Same over here. Perfect. Okay, friend, we've got our rear struts installed in the vehicle. At this point, you want to take your vehicle for a road test, listen for funny noises, and get yourself safely down to your local alignment shop. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.